I have to do some work on the south pilings, the ones that are not connected to the new deck part of the dock. The two cracked pilings that are at the far end. And so I'm going to try and use the raft to work on them. And this spot really isn't the most convenient to reach the parts I need to, so I'm moving the raft back around. I'm going to take the raft around the outside of the catamaran so that I can park it just south of the south end of the dock. And that'll give me access to the things that I really want to get my hands on at the moment. It's good to be cruising on the water again, even if it is a little third world. And really, I mean, why paddle if you can just pull yourself along? Now I'm cruising in style. Going around corners by pulling yourself on a raft or a small boat is easier than it seems. You grab hold with your hands and kind of twist at your waist, and you'll pull the boat right around the corner. And here we are.
Okay. A little soft on the outside, but pretty solid inside. Yeah, it'll be fine. All right.
This was the last bit of railing from the old dock, which had collapsed.
Okay. Good enough. Time to get the hammer. Will you look at that? These are new. I was out here just a couple of days ago and these were not here. They grew up in no time. Amazing. this marine growth. It's hard. I mean, it's like seashells, but it floats. It's all like little tubes. And I guess it's since the water went down, they're filled with air now and they float. There we go. Not great, but all right, this stuff is just crumbling, so I don't believe that I'm losing any strength by pulling it out of here. I think we should probably put some filler, thickened epoxy. Actually, I'm cheap, so thickened polyester resin in here. That is a pretty big crack, and it's wanting to rot a bit. See how soft that is. Seems kind of wet. I would like this to dry out a bit. before the repair. And I don't think this fluffy stuff is adding any strength, but I think it is holding water pretty good. We'll see if after a couple of days of no rain, this might dry out. Otherwise, I might have to put the heater on it for a day or so. And then we begin our repair. All right.
I'm sawing these long boards into smaller pieces just to make it easier to carry them. To make it easier to carry them. They're pretty waterlogged and have barnacles all over them, or whatever that marine growth is. So I won't be reusing them. This just makes it easier to carry them out to the curb to be taken away. That circular saw is really nice. It's battery powered, so I don't get electrocuted using it out here by the water. And it's real convenient. I don't have to run a cord when I want to use the saw. So I got this waterproofing sealer. You're supposed to shake it up. I also got a garden sprayer. And the idea is the sprayer has a very small nozzle where it comes out. And I'm hoping that I can squirt enough of this waterproofing stuff into the cracks themselves, because I don't want water getting in there and rotting the piling. Oh yeah, that poor little lizard was hiding inside the crack. So he came running out of there when I started spraying the sealer in there. And this piling has a much smaller crack, but I'm trying to get as much of the sealer into the crack as I can. That way when it rains and water seeps into the crack, it's not rotting the wood the way that one spot was down by the water line. Oh yeah, and this is my technique to stabilize the crack. I drilled a hole through the piling perpendicular to the crack, and I've got a bolt through it, and then those big squares on either side are high density polyethylene. It's like a kind of fake wood that they use for some decks so it doesn't rot, and then there's a big washer on each side. And by tightening down, I wasn't able to completely close the crack because I think there's splinters sort of preventing it from closing. But I was able to make it about half as wide as it was. And this bolt will prevent the crack from, getting bigger or getting worse, I think.